What's good, y'all? OnThaSticks here today with a video covering Polygon Treehouse's latest game, Röki. With this being such a narrative-heavy game, we will do our best to not spoil it for any of you out there while still giving our thoughts on if this game is worth you giving it a try or not. If you happen to enjoy the video, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share it with your friends. Röki is a combination of a classic point-and-click adventure game and a Metroidvania style game, but with a modern twist. It has a narrative-rich story about discovery, courage, and redemption, inspired by Scandinavian folklore. The story is broken up into 3 acts. You play as a young girl by the name of Tuve, who has been pretty much the head of her household since her mother passed away 5 years ago. She keeps things running and takes care of her younger brother Lars with little to no help from her dad Henrik. The game starts out with Tuve and Lars making their way back to their home as the game teaches you the fundamentals. You make it home to find Henrik passed out asleep, which I found very funny because he was sleeping in the rocking chair. And he had his little moonshine jug beside him. You know, they got the little cartoon jug with the 3 X's on there. You know, we used to see that all the time on cartoons growing up. But you see him there, passed out asleep. So Tuve looks to cook up some dinner for Lars and herself. Soon after, the two head to bed for the night. Their home gets attacked by a creature who ends up kidnapping Lars and destroying their home in the process. So now, after the attack, you set out as Tuve on her journey to find her little brother, and it seems that Tuve's run-in with the creature has left her with the ability to see things in the forest that's usually invisible to human eyes. Like I said, with the game being so narrative heavy, I don't want to go too much more into the story other than that little bit, because I think that little bit right there is pretty much shown in all the trailers. But to avoid spoilers, we'll leave the story element of the video to that point. At this point of the game, I would have to say the first third or so can feel somewhat linear compared to the way things will open up later on. I really enjoyed the ability to tackle the different puzzles in the order I wanted to do so once the game opened up to me a bit more. I enjoyed the variety of puzzles and challenges. I'm not even gonna lie. Some of the puzzles even had me stumped for a little bit, but I think that was from me overthinking them a little bit. Not to say the puzzles are super simple, but sometimes the solution is very simple and you're thinking it's something crazy. I remember at one section of the game, I needed to start a fire, and previously in the same room, I had picked up a wooden board that I could use to start the fire with, but in my mind, that wasn't for the fire. I was thinking the piece of wood was for something completely different. But the whole time I had the item in my inventory, just carrying it around, looking around for a way to start this fire. And then I finally realized, wait, I picked up a piece of wood. I'm pretty sure I can start a fire with it. And I was right the whole time. I had the right item. The game does help you a little with some hints here and there, but it does a good job of not holding your hand too much and gives you room to figure things out on your own. With it being a Metroidvania type game, there will be a ton of backtracking, which is helped slightly by being able to sprint and by unlocking the fast travel doorways. But at times, it still can feel like a drag going back to the same area over and over, just to realize you're in the wrong area or you don't have the right items to complete the puzzle for that area yet. Throughout your journey, you will constantly have new entries into Tuve's journal. Her journal is broken up into 4 sections. You got the map showing you all different locations that you have traveled so far. Her notes with different things to keep you on track about your quests and different hints. You have loot and you have badges. I can definitely say I was addicted to finding all the loot and all the badges. Some badges come from story milestones, while others come from hidden objectives. So I will often find myself thinking, I wonder if I can get a badge for reading all these particular things or for finding all of a certain item. The loot can also be easily missed. At times, it could be something as tiny as a pebble laying in the snow, or a cocoon stuck to a tree, or any kind of little random item could turn into a piece of loot, so they could be easily missed. But fortunately, the game includes a button you can press that will highlight all the interactable objects in your area. If it wasn't for that, I'm sure I would have missed a lot of loot, if not most of the loot, because like I said, it's tiny little items sometimes, and sometimes it blends in with the environment, whether it's the snow or a cave or a table, anything. With my eyesight already being so bad, I was so worried about missing stuff. But fortunately, pressing the button and highlighting everything made it super easy for me to make sure I picked up everything in the area. I also really enjoyed the artwork of this game. The environments looked pretty cool to me, along with the music and the sound effects. All those things together really helped set the tone for this game. So, when it comes down to Röki, is it worth a try? I would have to say yes, it is definitely worth a try. Even if you are not a typical fan of point and clickish games like me, I would still recommend checking this one out for the story and the cool atmosphere. And hey, look at it this way. You'll be doing your brain a favor by keeping it sharp with the puzzles on this game. And I'm sure we all want to keep our brains sharp. I reviewed the PC version of this game, but there's a Switch version on the way too. And boy, would I have loved this on the Switch. To me, it's like a perfect Switch game. To be able to hop in, complete a few puzzles on the go, and then get back to whatever I was doing previously would have been great. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today on Röki. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, and check back with us here for more content here on OnThaSticks. I would like to give a special thanks to this month's Patreon supporters. If you'd like to support the channel over on Patreon, feel free to do so at www.patreon.com/OnThaSticks. Special thanks to Woodrow, Shante, James, Antonio, Kendra, Jonte, Catherine, Karina, H3 Beats, Jazz, and She Will for Will. Appreciate you guys.